So if you had a daughter, would you rather leave her alone in a room with a white person or an undocumented immigrant?
An undocumented immigrant.
You have got to be kidding, Parker. A white citizen or an undocumented immigrant from El
Undocumented
Salvador?
immigrant. What's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, Parker? I'm 27.
And do you support Trump?
Uh, Not as much as I used to, but I'd rather vote for him over Kamala.
Okay. What's up with your bio being I love being white America first? Oh, why do you think that's funny?
I'm just proud of my race, you know.
You say you're proud of your race. What about it?
No, I'm not proud of
Why
my
are you
race. I'm
proud
just
of your
proud
skin color?
I think a lot of white people have done a lot of good things.
So not you? So you're proud
I've
of
done
the
great.
accomplishments of other people?
Well, I mean, other people that look like me, yeah.
Okay, so why aren't you proud of the accomplishments of people that have the same eye color as you? Or hair color?
Uh, I mean, I am blonde,
So are you
so
proud of people who have accomplished things that have blonde hair?
is this like a racism thing?
Yeah, this clearly is a racism thing. So can you engage the point that I just made?
I mean, wait, what did you just ask me?
Yeah, why don't you specifically, or aren't you proud of people who have accomplished things with the same hair color as you or eye color? Like,
Um,
why do you care specifically about skin color?
well, I find comfort in people who look like me, like in like my communities and
Why
stuff.
not specifically eye color or hair color? You're still not answering the question.
It's just not that big of a deal to me.
Okay, so
Like when
so
you look
so
at
so
somebody,
skin
the
color
first thing
is a
you
big
notice
deal
is
to
their
you,
skin
but
color.
eye color and hair color is not a big deal to you. Why not?
I just like people who look like me.
Okay, but you understand hair color and eye color are things that would look like you, right?
I mean, I guess, but if someone has the same eye color and hair color as me, but they're black, they wouldn't look like me, would
And when
they?
you say people who look like you, do you mean ugly?
No, just people who are white.
I think you mean ugly because
But you're
because that's what you are.
but you're white.
You're an ugly, bigoted individual. I never said being white makes you ugly. I said you're ugly
How do you know what I look like? I actually want to
because of your
debate.
how you're speaking on my stream. You want to turn your
I,
camera on?
Parker, I wanted to debate.
You want to turn your camera on?
I'm at work.
You're at work, and so you can't turn your
I,
camera
I,
on.
well, I'm not going to do that. It seems kind
You
of
can
unprofessional.
debate
I
me while
actually
you're at
want to
work, but
debate.
you can't turn your camera on.
Well, I have headphones on. It's not like
So
I'm doing it out in the open. I
you're
actually want to
speaking
debate.
out loud.
You haven't gotten into debates in a while. I actually want to debate.
Yeah, you're just a bigot.
Okay, you can call me a bigot.
I mean, you are. Your bio tells us you're a bigot. You're a
I mean,
weirdo. You're a loser.
I don't really care about words that much.
Okay. Then why did you get so angry when I called you a racist?
I mean, you never called me a racist. You called
I
me a
did.
bigot. I just don't really care if someone calls me racist. It kind of feels like that term is overused.
It's not in this context. You literally are a racist. Your bio is literally
What
about you
is,
being racist.
what does racism mean?
What is what?
What does racism mean, Parker?
What does racism mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigotry against people based upon their skin color. So
So
power
what
plus
in
prejudice
my
is typically how people will use it. There's also a notion that exists where it's just racial prejudice.
what in my bio delivers bigotry towards other races besides white?
Oh, yeah, your bio specifically saying that you're white America first means that you consider people first simply because of their skin color, i.e. being white, which is a
That's an
bigoted
assertion.
supremacist ideology, meaning you
That's an
think that white
assertion.
people should be dealt with and put first, which is literally a supremacist
No, I think
ideology. That's like the most obvious example of a supremacist ideology.
When did I ever say America was a white nation? It's not.
What is your bio? Read it.
It says, I love being white, America first.
Exactly. So you want to
So
put white America first, not all of America first, white America first, which tells
what
me
makes you
you're a
think
white
that?
supremacist. Okay, Grizz?
I don't think that
You
any
are
race is.
literally, according to your bio, a white supremacist.
I don't put any race above a white race. I just don't do that.
Wait, no, but you put the
The
white
fact
race
and the
above
fact
all
that you would
others,
make
right?
that the
Wait,
fact that you would
but
make
you
that
put the white race above all others, right?
no, they're all
So
equal.
then you don't put white America first.
What, What? Ask that
So
again?
you don't put white America first. If you don't
No,
put,
I put America first.
no, you said white America.
There's a
So
return
do you
between
put
two
America
things.
first,
Oh
or do
my
you put
gosh,
white
Parker.
do you
Oh,
answer the question? Do you put
it's so easy.
America first, or do you put white America first?
I'll answer it. I'll answer it. Ready? When I was typing out that bio, I put I love being white, return, and under that, America first.
That's not what happened.
It's
No, that's a fucking
that's what
lie.
happened. That's how would you call it a lie when I'm the one that wrote it?
It literally says, "I love being white America first."
I'm gonna look at it right now. So go to my actual profile and don't just click on the pop up that comes up on the live. So
Cassowary Mary, thank you
return
for the
that
$5. Thank you
white.
very much. Yeah, he's ridiculous here. So
Well,
let's just be very clear here. You also have a repost of a video of Van Jones where it explicitly says, "I don't want to live near them."
I don't remember
Above it,
reposting that.
that's one of your posts on your account.
I don't. I actually don't know what you're talking about.
And you have in the bio hashtag White Lives Matter.
In my bio?
No, in the bio of that post.
So I don't understand how this
You're quite
relates.
literally saying you don't want to live near black people.
I mean, I wanna live next to people who look like me and
Oh,
think
okay, so
like
you
me.
don't want
You
to
do
live
too.
around black people?
Is having preferences racist now? I just don't understand.
Yeah, yeah, I think this is racist. If you don't
Wait,
want to live
what?
around, yeah, if you're a white person that doesn't want to live around black people because they're black, I think that's racist.
If I'm a white person who wants to live around white people because they're white, is that racist?
Yes.
How?
Yeah. Why about them what about them being white means you want to live
Well,
right next to
you
them?
don't ask me a question, you answer my
Wait, I
question
have a
post.
question. Would you rather live next to someone specifically who's black that has more interests and ideological frameworks that agree with you, or someone who's white that has less interests and less agreements with you?
Do I know them both?
You know the person who's black, but you don't know the person who's white.
Then the black person, of course.
You'd rather be closer to the black person?
That has similar values as me? Yes.
Yeah, you'd rather be living next to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neighbors with a black person that thinks and acts like I do? Yes.
Okay, so you mean a black person that's a white supremacist?
I don't. I've heard like that Santa guy say that black people can't be white supremacists. Do you not hold that view?
Santana.
Is that not what I said?
No, I think that you can perpetuate white supremacy as a black person
How?
because you can agree with white supremacist and Nazi ideology talking points while being a black person.
But you don't have any power. I thought you said racism was based on power and prejudice.
I said that's one conception of racism.
So wait, what are
And
the
this
other
you could say that
conceptions of
this is
racism?
anti-black, and you could also say it's racism because it's perpetuating
Okay.
the ideas and the ideology that disenfranchises
Uh,
people who are black, predicated off of those systems. So it still
so
is
I came
utilizing a
here for a
system to
debate.
disenfranchise black people.
I came here for a debate. Now you think I'm a white supremacist. I'm just going to let you ask all the questions that you want, and I'll answer, and then
Why are you
you
proud you're
decide if
white,
you
but you're not proud that you have a certain eye color?
because I'm proud of people who do things that look like me.
Why?
Because I like the community.
What about it?
If my dad is white, he's done great
What
things.
is what is
I'm
what
proud
is
that I
you
look
said you
like him.
like the community. What about the white community do you like?
Oh, I just like the culture.
What about white culture do you like?
The history behind it. Napoleon was white. Actually, I don't want to go there because
Napoleon,
that's
so like a person who was like a colonizer and
yeah,
an
better than that one.
imperialist. Okay, so someone who just like wanted to like steal things from people. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, give me
I
give me
disagree
an
with that.
example of white culture that you think is good.
Like
Because you
white
just gave me an
culture as a
example of
whole.
white culture that was bad.
Well, what would white culture be?
That's what you just said. I don't think that even is a thing.
You don't think white culture is a thing?
No, I don't even think I'd be able to define that for you. Can you tell me what
Do you
white
think
culture
black
is?
culture is a thing?
I think there's a culture around black culture within America, specifically because of the fact that there's been black people have been disenfranchised. So there's a culture around the experience of racism,
Okay.
whereas that doesn't exist for white Americans because there
I would
is no
just okay,
experience
yeah, yeah, sure.
of a system of racism.
I would just define white culture. Wait, hang on. Explain that again. The black culture part.
Yeah, I think that
Culture.
I think that black culture and identity can exist right, specifically, and is typically in response, right, to the disenfranchisement against Black
Okay.
Americans. So there's culture centered around things like that specifically, for example,
Uh-huh.
right?
Then I would just.
And then there's
Oh, yeah.
culture associated with people's like, right, like the country their parents came from or their ancestry, right, which is
Yeah.
not culture relating to a race, but culture relating to
Uh-huh.
a certain nationality or
Uh-huh.
ethnic background.
I would just define white culture
Like
as
there
being
is
German.
Irish culture, there is German culture,
Are
there
they not
is
white?
British culture. But the idea that there's white culture doesn't really make sense to me. The only thing that you could say that white culture really
Oh,
is like white supremacy.
that's just a disagreement in
Yeah, which is
terms.
bad. So can you tell me what about white culture is good?
Oh, I would just say the enfranchisement that surrounds white people.
The you said what?
Enfranchisement, the opposite of disenfranchisement that black people or have had perpetuated against them.
Yeah, so which is a bad thing because white
What?
people were disenfranchising black people. So that's a bad
What?
example of white culture because that was literally like
What?
imperialism, colonization, white
Why does it have to be
supremacy,
linked to black people?
redlining, slavery, Jim Crow laws. That's white culture to you?
I wouldn't call Jim Crow. Personally, I would call that degenerate culture. But what you said,
So white
the
culture is
Germans.
degenerate
Hang on,
culture,
hang
is what you just said.
on. Yeah, sure. Germans, you listed
You just
Brits. What
conceded that
else did
white
you list?
culture is degenerate, everybody.
Argentinians. Every good thing that British, German people, or Argentinians have done, I would just call that white culture.
You say that one more time?
Yeah, every good thing that British people, German people have done, or Argentinian people or Irish people have done, I just call that white culture. All of it. BMW, I would call that white culture.
Why?
That's all. Hang on. That's all been polished.
What
Uh,
is Irish the same as white? Are they interchangeable?
no, but they're not interchangeable, but they are white. Are Irish people not white?
That doesn't mean specifically that it's white culture.
Uh, okay. Do you actually want to argue about something
That's
this
like
dumb?
arguing because I have brown hair, I engage in brown hair culture. Like what
Do
type
you
of
want to
stupid
argue
fuck is
like
this?
something that's substance?
Yeah, you're arguing nothing of substance.
Okay, so do you want to? Well, it's because of the questions that you posed to me, dude.
And did you know that a lot of the German and British innovators were Jewish?
Yeah. Are Jewish people white?
Depending on the Jewish person.
I thought it was an ethno religion.
Yeah,
So then, some, yeah. So some Jewish people can be white, and I would say most
yeah.
of the Jews in Germany, because I assume you're just referring to 19 in the 1940s. I would say most
I
of them
mean,
are
do you
white.
consider Jewish people white?
I consider some Jewish people white, but I understand that there could be like a black person who identifies as Jewish, and then I wouldn't call him white.
Okay. All right. So, like, I mean, sorry, I'm stretching. So, I mean, the obvious point that I'm making there is that it then wouldn't be race. I don't know what you're talking about.
So do you want to like argue my support, my political ideologies, or
Yeah,
just
you can try that. I mean, I was just arguing how you were just a bigot and a loser.
okay? Well, it's all subjective. So people in the chat
Of
are just gonna
course,
say
those
I'm about.
opinions are subjective. No shit.
Okay. So then I don't understand why I should take them seriously.
Wait, you don't think you should take any subjective opinion seriously?
Well, if it's all subjective and all opinions are subjective and all morality is subjective, I don't understand why I should take it
So
seriously.
your significant other shouldn't take any of your subjective boundaries seriously because you
Ask
have
that again.
subjective boundaries in relationships. So I'm just asking, like, should your
Oh
partner not
yeah,
take
yeah,
any of
okay.
your subjective boundaries seriously?
Well, that would just be on preference. I'm
Yeah.
sure
But
with
like
the
again, you just said that we
experience that
shouldn't
I
take
take those
subjective
boundaries.
preferences seriously. So
Well, in general,
would you concede that your partner should not take any of your subjective
what's
preferences
a
seriously?
category error? That's a category
Would
error.
you concede that your significant other should not keep or take any of your subjective preferences seriously?
No.
Okay,
Why
so
would
you
I?
do think some subjective preferences should be taken seriously?
Yeah, some, but not all.
Okay, so then why are you arguing that just because morality would be predicated off of subjective preferences, or that just because my position here would be predicated off of a subjective preference or a perspective of what you just did, that somehow makes it like so that we shouldn't take it seriously?
Well, your subjective preferences is based around what you know about me, which is from my bio and how I'm talking. That's literally all you know about me. So I don't understand
Yeah,
why
it's
it's
not my
taking you.
preference that you're a bigot and you're racist. It's
No, it's
just
your
the
preference that I
descriptive
not be
fact
a
of
bigot.
reality.
It's your preference that I not be a bigot though, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well then I don't understand. Like you don't know
And it
anything
seems
about
like
me.
it seems like your preference to be one.
I mean, you still haven't demonstrated why I'm a bigot
I have.
because I like white people.
No, explicitly because you don't want to live around people who are black because they're black.
I told you in the hypothetical you gave me I would live around a black person.
You explicitly said you didn't want to live around people who are black because they're black. Because you
When
quote
did I
unquote
say that?
wanted to live next to people that look like you. That's what you said.
When did I say? But yeah, remember the hypothetical you
Grizz,
posed
if
me?
you could
Would you
live in a
ever live
country
around?
where no white or where no black people lived, would you live in that country?
Kind of depends on the country.
Would you want America to be a all white country? Ideally,
I don't think that's possible.
if it was possible.
Would I want that?
Yes.
No, not really.
You wouldn't, so you would want the country to not be fully white.
I think it would be more civilized if it was fully white. That's not something that I
You see, so
want.
this is why I called you racist. What about
How's
being
that
white means you
racist?
are civilized?
Uh, I'm the culture, I guess.
Okay, what about white culture is civilized?
Well, just look at the nation. What was the white population of America in the 50s, Parker? Do you know?
What about wait, do you think we were more civilized in the 50s?
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt in my
Okay,
mind,
what makes
Parker.
you think that we were more civilized in the 50s prior to the civil rights movement?
So I'll tell you, and because it's my subjective preference of what I define civilized as, you're
Yeah,
just gonna
he
have to take it
subjectively
step by
prefers
step.
prior to the civil rights movement.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And he's not a
So
racist, by the way, under his own view,
yeah,
apparently.
well, I mean,
He
I don't
says
have
that
any
being
power,
white means being civilized, but apparently he says he's
so
not racist.
so I don't have any power, Parker. So
If
even
you
if I
think
wanted
he's
to
a
be
racist, type
racist,
3 in the comment section.
so the 12-year-old girls in your chat aren't going to define whether or not I'm racist or
They're
not,
not
Parker.
12 years old. You can also put your age in the
I
chat to
think
get the
they
guy to
might.
cope.
I think they might be.
So wait,
I
so do you
mean, come
think
on.
12-year-old girls are sending me money?
So are we talking about
Wait,
the
so do you
age
think
you're on
12-year-old
now, or is
girls are sending me money?
it's just gish galloping?
Do you think 12-year-old girls are sending me money?
No, but I think most of the
No,
12-year-old girls
so
are
then
watching.
not everyone in my chat is a 12-year-old girl, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, are we allowed to be humorous in this debate, Parker, or is it just stone cold atheism around here?
I don't know what atheism had to do with this conversation. I just like making racists feel uncomfortable, so keep going.
I'm not. I'm not a racist, Parker.
You are.
How?
Here's my argument. Make
Okay.
racists
There we go.
feel uncomfortable again.
Uh,
Make racists feel uncomfortable again.
Look at all these girls saying 13, 14,
Make
12.
racists feel uncomfortable again.
I mean, I'm not really a racist.
You are.
Can you
You
name me
associated
one
being
thing
white
that
with
makes you
being
mad?
civilized. You said that if the country were
Why is
more
that
right,
racist?
you said if the country were more white, it would be more civilized. You argued
So if
we
I
were more
associate,
civilized in this country prior to the Civil Rights Act.
so if I argued black people being related to more athleticism, would that be racist?
I don't think that the idea that simply just because there
Okay,
is athleticism
mhm,
associated with black people that in of itself would be racist. Now, if you were to make a
okay.
generalizing claim if you were to make a
It's just a
generalizing
double
claim
standard,
that someone
bro.
who's
I don't
black has
understand
to
why
be
it's so
athletic
weird.
because they're black, that would be
No,
racism.
no.
Okay?
I
But
would never make that.
just to associate that there are a lot of black people that happen to be athletic is not evidence of the fact that you would be racist to simply acknowledge that fact. But if you're then going
Okay,
to
so
apply it as a stereotype to people who are black to say that if they're black they have to be athletic or something, that would be
no,
absurd.
no, I would
Like for
never apply
example,
that to
I could
anyone.
acknowledge that black or that white people tend to be more racist. Is that
Sure.
racist for me to acknowledge that white people tend to be more racist?
No, I wouldn't think so. No. And I could also say that EDP's a black man, but that guy couldn't shoot a basketball to save his life. But I still wouldn't
Yeah, so do you
disassociate
see how you just
from
committed
athleticism.
racism?
How is that racist?
Because you just tried to associate EDP with being able to shoot a basketball because he's black.
Oh my gosh, Parker. I play basketball, bro. That's where my mind goes to whenever I say athleticism.
It's okay.
Hello?
Yeah.
So throughout this entire conversation, you honestly think that I'm a racist.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Do you expect me
Can you
to
spell
cry over
racist?
that? Yeah. You actually want me to?
Yeah.
LSDER. Get it? Because he's black.
Thank you for the fireworks. Thank you very much. Yeah, you thought that was so funny in your head. You're such a weirdo, bro. Like you
It's
are
just
like
some
the most.
basic
You are like
political.
such a loser, dude. Like that was the most
I came
cringe.
up here,
That was the
Parker,
most
just
cringe
with
joke
the
I've literally
basic
ever heard in my life.
political
You get it? It's because
ideology.
he's black, dude. Holy fuck shit! What is wrong with you?
Is that a racist? Was that a racist joke?
More like just uncomfortable and weird.
Okay, so it wasn't racist.
I don't know if I would consider that racist. I would consider it weird though. Like in really
Okay.
like interesting. Like why did you feel the
Well,
need to do that?
well, I'll take that into account. So, do you want to talk about my political ideologies now?
Yeah, I mean we kind of are. We're talking about how you're a racist.
Okay, so you can keep calling me a racist. It's not going to have an effect on me, bro.
Can you define racist?
Well, my definition would not be the same as your definition, no.
Well, do you want to hear
Because
my
your definition would
definition?
be, I'm sure it's something like racism equals prejudice towards others.
YOU.
I'm the definition of racist. I don't think
Yes,
that's
you are a racist.
how is that coherent?
That's
So
that's
wait.
the you are a
Okay, okay.
racist.
No. I have to answer this. So if you look at Nick Fuentes, you don't say he's racist because he hates black people. You'd say he's racist because Grizz.
You understand that
Yeah,
I can
funny
have
joke,
different.
bro.
You understand that I can
Funny
have
joke, bro.
multiple different senses of the term racism, and that I was just joking there. You fucking idiot.
Yeah. Whatever, bro.
I was simply just trying to allude to the point that you are a racist,
Yeah. Okay.
and that you're so racist that it's defined after you.
Okay. Yep. You
I'm
got
sorry
me.
that you couldn't take a joke, and that you just had to be the cringe lord 9000 you were.
Did you actually just
Actually, I.
You fit that so well, bro.
No, that was you, bro. That was you, Grizz.
No, that it does remind me of that profile picture you had, that kid from that Pixar movie. You look exactly like him.
Goob, yeah.
So, do you want to keep talking about me being quote unquote?
Marianne, by the way, thank you
I'll,
for the $10. Thank you
I'll
very
just
much. He thinks
accept
he's being
it.
clever, but you're twisting his ideas into pretzels, Parker. He doesn't realize how racist he is because he is so narcissistic.
Okay. Yep.
He's so narcissistic,
So, I'm just gonna. I'm
and
just gonna
is
leave
trying to
you
be
to it.
condescending but failing spectacularly. Keep him
Do you
running,
actually
Parker.
think I'm trying to be
Thank you
condescending,
very much,
Parker?
Marianne. Thank you for the $10. Herb,
Parker,
thank you
do you
very much
think
for the
I'm
two
trying to be
dollars. Thank you very much.
condescending?
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you think I'm trying to be
Hey,
condescending, Parker?
can you thank the donors for sending me money?
Actually, I'm good faith, so yeah.
Yeah, so thank Marianne for the $10.
Mary Ann, is that her name?
Yeah.
Mary Ann, thanks for sending Parker $10.
Okay, all right. Continue with your points, man.
So you want to talk about political ideologies now?
Yeah, we were.
Okay. No, like as it relates to Trump.
Yeah. You specifically support Trump because he's orange.
I mean, not really. I think it's kind of disgusting that he's orange. But before I get into this, I just want to say I saw the video of that Jerry kid. What he said to you. I think it was yesterday. That's actually fucked up, bro. Like that's actually fucked up. I don't think anyone should wish death on you
Yeah,
or
that was
Dean.
horrible.
Oh, and like, because I know people have like been attacking me because I like to troll sometimes. What's going on with Dean is actually horrendous. Like I disagree with him all the time, but I've never seen a more AI'd fucking DM in my life.
Yeah, it's obvious.
So anyway, yeah, I kind of support his like social policy. Like, I'm trying to get something interesting because I know the people. You want to debate trans women?
Do I want to debate trans women?
Yeah.
Do
Like,
you want
do you
to
think
tell me
trans women are women?
like what is Trump's biggest accomplishment? How about that?
Oh man. Um, Biggest accomplishment. He's done a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure I can say it's all good. Let me think. Biggest accomplishment. Uh, Me personally, I think the keeping men out of women's sports that I think it was an executive order, it definitely wasn't a bill. I think that's probably his biggest and most impactful.
Okay. Most impactful. Okay. Watch this.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
name me one singular trans woman that was dominating women's sports that was prevented from playing women's sports because of Trump's executive order banning trans women from playing in women's sports?
Well, there wasn't a lot of them, but that's not why. I didn't say that was his
I
biggest
didn't ask for a
accomplishment.
lot. I asked
There's,
for one name.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'd say Brittany Griner, but you just call me a sexist for that.
No.
No.
Are you okay?
I mean, that was a joke.
Okay, so yeah, that was just ridiculous. So can you
So yeah. So the reason I think that that
can
bill
you
is
answer the question?
probably
Can you name a single trans person dominating
no,
women's
I can't.
sports? Because the person you just mentioned clearly you know wasn't trans.
Yeah, and she wasn't trans. That was just a joke. But now I can say for sure there will never be a trans woman, or yeah, a
No,
trans
can you
woman that's
give
ever
me
going
an
to dominate
example of one
women's
trans
sports.
woman dominating women's sports
Not
that
now.
was
No,
prevented from playing because of Trump's executive order?
no, and that's good, right?
Okay, so if you can't mention a single person, then how was it like an impactful thing?
Because it
It
protected
was
women.
so impactful, actually, everybody. Look how impactful it was, actually. The most
I mean,
impactful policy of the Trump administration. His biggest
if
accomplishment, might I
if
say,
you want to
actually. His biggest accomplishment, everybody. So
if you
impactful,
want
actually. And you can't
to if
even
you
name a single person that it impacted.
if you want to give me a Trump policy that's more impactful, I'd be open ears.
Yeah, I got you. The big beautiful bill. It cut 10 million people off their access to free school, access to health insurance through Medicaid. It cut 2.5 million people off their access to food stamps on average every single month, and 420,000 kids off their access to free school lunch and breakfast on average every single month, while adding 3.4 trillion dollars to the debt and giving most of the tax breaks to the richest Americans.
Keep bringing up the debt, bro.
How about you acknowledge that?
Well, I'll start with the debt. The fact that you even care about the debt is astonishing.
You don't?
No, not at all. It's baked into the cake. Both parties spend so much.
Trump signed off on over $4 trillion dollars more of debt-related spending.
Yeah, and the debt's not going to go down by any margin if you vote for Kamala over him.
Kamala,
Ever.
yes, it would have. It would be 4 trillion, not
Okay,
as it wouldn't be as it would be less by $4 trillion dollars.
hypothetically, what do you think the debt would have been at the end of Kamala Harris's term?
I would have to make a determination.
Well,
I'm not
come
quite sure.
on.
Based on the Committee
You're
for
smart,
Responsible
Parker.
Federal Budget Analysis, they indicated
Yeah.
that she would sign off on 4 trillion less than Trump on a central
No,
estimate.
no, no. That's not what I asked. I asked what would the debt total be after her administration?
I'm not familiar with the exact number that I think it would be off the top of my head,
Do
but
you
I
think
can
it would
tell
be
you based upon the Committee
significantly
for
less than
Responsible
what we
Federal
have now?
Budget. Yeah, I
Okay.
can tell you that based upon the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget Analysis, that Trump would add 4 trillion more than Harris on a
Oh my
central estimate,
gosh.
according to the Committee
Literally
for
what I'm
Responsible
asking.
Federal Budget.
I'm asking, just I don't know why you keep bringing up Trump. Just forget about Trump for a second. If Kamala Harris would have won, what do you think the debt total would have been at the end of her term in 28?
Are you like unable to
Dude,
like? Do you
I don't
not know what I
understand why
said?
you ask me
I
questions
said,
whenever I'm
hey,
telling you
buddy,
questions.
Grizz, I already told you multiple times. I don't
No, you
fucking know off the
haven't.
top of my head. How the fuck am
Okay,
I supposed to
thank
know
you.
that number off the top of my head?
Hey. Relax. Just you're
No,
not
Grizz,
even going to give me
explain
an
that. How
estimation.
am I? How am I supposed to know that
Am
number off
I
the top of
asking
my
you
head?
for an exact number, Parker?
Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you for an estimation.
You understand an estimation is a number, right?
Yeah, it's not an
I don't
exact
have an
number. That's
estimate
what
off the top of my head.
Okay.
It'd be over
Well,
40
I can
trillion.
tell you this. Yeah. I can tell you this. It would not have gone down so significantly that you should even have it as a talking point whenever you're debating
It-
Kamala versus
I
Trump.
already told you
I
the
can tell you
difference would be
that.
4 trillion on a central
Yeah,
estimate.
the 4 trillion. What is our total debt right now, Parker?
Around 40 trillion.
Okay, would 4 trillion really make that big of a difference?
Yeah, that's 10 fucking percent,
Jesus
dumbass.
Christ, bro.
You don't think
Yeah,
10% is a lot? You don't think 4 trillion is a lot?
I guarantee you, if the debt went down to 30 trillion,
Wait. I have a question.
nobody in this chat
I
would
have
be
a question.
affected. Not at all.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
have a
know why you
question.
guys
I have a
run.
question. If I added 10% to your parents' mortgage, would that be a problem?
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought.
So, are we talking about America or my parents?
We were demonstrating to you that an increase in
Okay.
10% to the debt is a obviously measurable difference.
Yeah, and it would not affect the 330 million people we have in here. I guarantee it wouldn't.
Hey, Grizz, if you think 10% is not a lot, I'm sorry, but you are probably just a dumbass.
Okay, so the ad hominems are getting kind of
No, I
annoying. I'll
proved
be
you
honest.
wong and then I insulted you after.
Have I insulted
Alicia,
you
thank you
at
so
all
much. I
since
really
we
appreciate
started?
the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hit the W's for them in the comment
No, I
section.
haven't.
JC, thank you very much for the dollar. Thank you. That's really funny. And then Miles, thank you for the $10. Thank you.
God.
God,
Yeah, I don't know why you're attacking me like this. You're like, oh, dumbass.
because you are dumb.
Okay. Can I start calling you names?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I can't. I can't, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna call you names. That doesn't get us anywhere. So yeah. Whenever I was
Okay,
voting,
I mean, if you don't
the
want to call
net.
me names, go for it.
Okay.
I'll keep doing it.
I'm not. Why would I sink down to your level, bro? It's not happening. So yeah, whenever I
You mean
voted for
down to
Trump,
Trump's level?
I think I'm taller than Trump.
Okay, well, I wasn't talking about height, but
Oh, dude, do you? Hang on. I'm just gonna ask. Do you think I have like an overwhelming support for Donald Trump?
enough to come up on the stream and debate it in front of like 9,000 people or 10,000 people.
So is that a yes? I do have an overwhelming support for Trump. You think that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can name him. I can name tons of things that he's done that I disagree with. But you're
Okay.
just not. You're
Name
just going
three.
past that. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, Big Beautiful Bill. Dave Ramsey tried to scam people on this. That is an atrocious piece of legislation, and the fact that that's the only piece of legislation that he's put out thus far is honestly kind of embarrassing for people who voted for him. Number two is his overwhelming support for. Actually, can we even talk about Israel? Can we talk about Israel, Parker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, his overwhelming support for Israel. Disagree with that, of course. Uh, Number three, he's just not getting enough stuff done, dude. Oh, his deportations. I thought he would have deported more people by now, but apparently he hasn't.
So you disagree with basically every main thing that he's done.
Well, he promised a bunch of stuff and he didn't come through.
So then why do you support him still?
Uh, okay, sorry, that was my boss. I still think he would have. I just didn't. I liked his policies a lot better than I liked Kamala's. Or
Okay.
not as he didn't. He didn't
What
pose any
specific
policies. I
policy?
like. Well, he didn't pose any policies basically. I liked his women's out of the sports and the one where it doesn't identify the outside of the two gender norms we have in America. I like
So
that
both
one.
things that had no impact.
Well, I think they had an impact socially.
But that's no impact through legislation or through the law,
Okay, what
and there
impact
is
of
no social impact
legislation?
either.
Oh, well, there definitely is. It delegitimizes the lies that are told by the LGBT community.
Which should be supported, by the way. Let's just be very clear. You're
Yeah,
not really saying anything
I
it
don't
did.
think
And
so.
by the way,
Fucking
like it's kind of
degenerate.
embarrassing. That's all you can mention.
Well, how many? Do you even know how many executive orders he signed thus far? You have any
Uh,
idea?
yeah, I do, but like you have to understand that his executive orders have been, in the ones you mentioned, not effective. Okay, like can you mention anything that he's done that's effectively made the average person's life in the country better off?
Deportations.
Deportations.
Oh yeah.
So you just said that he didn't do enough with deportations, and then also,
Well,
how do mass
well,
deportation under Trump's policies benefit the average American?
it doesn't necessarily benefit them economically, but
How
I
does
think
it
it's
benefit the average American?
because it enforces borders and safety in the country.
Safety. So did you know that mass deportation doesn't reduce crime?
What makes you think that?
The Cato Institute study that indicates it doesn't reduce crime rate
Well, let's use logic. Why would it not reduce crime rate?
because undocumented immigrants are multiple times less likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural-born U.S. citizens.
Is that per capita?
Yep.
So if you had a daughter, would you rather leave her alone in a room with a white person or an undocumented immigrant?
An undocumented immigrant.
You have got to be kidding, Parker. A white citizen or an undocumented immigrant from El
Undocumented
Salvador?
immigrant.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
You're being dead ass?
100%. Would you
Wow.
rather leave your kid in a room with an undocumented
Christ.
immigrant or Donald Trump?
Oh, if I had to choose, probably the undocumented immigrant. But I didn't say
I
Donald
bet.
Trump.
Yet you
I
still
said
support Trump.
American citizen.
Yet you still support Trump.
I mean, I don't. I support what he does. I don't support him as a person. He's kind of a degenerate, like you guys.
So why do you support a degenerate?
I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't support him. I
You do.
support
You're voting.
someone.
You're advocating for him right now on the stream.
I'm not advocating for him. I'm
You just
advocating
did.
for the positions. Oh no, I advocate for the positions that he holds, Parker, not
Yeah,
him as a person.
which includes him as a person.
Are you serious? The positions that Donald Trump holds includes him as a person.
Yes.
You're that's actually
Yeah,
ridiculous.
because they're the
And
positions he holds, genius.
yeah, well, that the positions he holds doesn't define his
You don't
personhood.
think
I don't know
someone's
why.
character is going to be relevant to the positions they hold?
I am capable of distinguishing from their
Do you think
character
someone's
the
character
position.
is going to be relevant to the positions they hold?
Sure, but that doesn't necessarily mean that their decisions are always bad. I'm sure there's things you disagree with Kamala on.
Basically, most of the time. I mean, most of the time it's bad for Trump, so.
Well, do you disagree with some things with Kamala? I put my phone on the table, by the
Of
way. I can't
course.
see my screen. So if you
Of
like boot
course,
me
there
or
are some
anything,
things I disagree with Democrats on.
wait, what? Like what?
Yeah, for example, I disagree with their support for the state of Israel.
Hey, base. Okay, I did not know that, Parker. What else? Is that it?
Some of the main things. I think they didn't provide enough. I think their rhetoric is pretty shit sometimes. There's
Okay, I
some.
can agree with that. And I can say that Trump is basically the same way.
Yeah,
I
they,
think
they
his
don't
rhetoric.
take credit for the positions enough. Um,
Okay, so maybe we can find some common ground. Do you think that obviously you vote Democrat over Republican any day? That's just assumed, right?
yeah,
Do you think that there potentially in the future could be a middle ground for people that people could vote for, uh, like a candidate that could hold themselves to the values of conservatives and liberals? Do you
yeah,
think
that
that's
was
possible?
Harris.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I thought she was pro-abortion.
yeah, being pro-choice is a value that both conservatives and liberals can hold to.
Aren't most conservatives religious?
Being religious doesn't mean you're pro-choice or
Uh,
pro-life. Sorry.
it can necessarily entail that.
No,
Do
really,
you
the
really
only
want to?
only community that is super pro-life like that is the white evangelicals.
And Catholics, basically all sects of Christianity and
Catholics are
whatnot
mostly
are
pro-choice.
pro-life. What?
Yep.
Would you say that to Jesus and whatnot?
Yeah, that's if you look it up, Catholics are mostly pro-choice.
What makes you think that?
Look it up.
No, no, like not empirics. Like what in Parker makes him think that Catholics would be more pro-choice?
Empirics. I mean, if you want to cry about
Okay,
it,
what do the empirics say?
I'm saying that Catholics are mostly pro-choice based upon polling data.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that. That's horrendous. Do you think most conservatives are pro-choice?
No, I don't.
Then okay, then why do you think conservatives should have voted for Kamala Harris?
Wait, sorry, repeat that one time.
Why do you think conservatives should have voted for Kamala Harris if she doesn't hold the values that
Here, let
conservatism
me just
has?
cite my source for the prior claim. This is from NPR. It says 6 in 10 U.S. Catholics are in favor of abortion rights.
Wow, they are not Catholics. No way. But they might
So
be.
would I
They
say
don't.
this to Jesus and whatnot? Yes.
Well, I'm sure he would disagree.
Jesus
He
and
probably
whatnot's
would
against
disagree.
Trump. You know that, right?
Yeah, no. I can't. He's kind of based for that. Yeah, but he's he's got kind of a hmm, he's got more of a centralist view that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, he
Because
seems pretty centrist.
he hates Democrats and Republicans. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Which I mean, that's probably the position that I should hold
it seems
because
like the
then
only reason he's against Democrats is because of their position on abortion, though. So
what else about Democrats do you think you would agree with?
I don't care.
I th- yeah, that's actually a good point. All right, man. Well, I got to get back to work. I got a deadline. This car's got to be out of here at 5.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are